All right, guys, today we're going over the Bulgarian split squat and why, in my opinion, it's quite a bit better than your normal back squat. So just to get right to it, this is a great move to do. If you're like me, you're 41, if you're over 40. This puts a lot less spine compression down on your back, so you can use a lot less weight and still get a great workout. It's great, obviously, for your quads, for your glutes. And when compared to normal back squats, you actually engage way more hamstring. There's studies showing that up to 50 to 60% more hamstring activation. And that's because obviously you're on one leg, so this is a unilateral motion. So the angle of your femur and just balancing aspect of this, you're gonna need way more hamstrings involved. And also your core is way more activated as well. There was another study showing 55 to 65% more core activation than normal back squats, mostly in the obliques here. So this is due to you holding the weights, and you constantly have to balance here while doing this motion. And lastly, my favorite reason, I love this move because it'll show my clients and even myself that if you have any imbalances, whether it be tight hamstrings, tight hips, tight quads, this will show up pretty quickly. Once you get about one set in on both sides, you'll certainly start to feel, hey, this side feels easier, able to push off easier on this side. So this is a great move to really tell you what's going on all around your spine and your hips. So great exercise here. Let's get to it. I'm gonna show you some tips and techniques. I'm not trying to be that guy, but chances are you're probably doing this movement wrong in some portion of it. Okay, so just hang in there, watch these tips, you'll get a lot out of it. Let's go. First, let's get into good position here. I wanna be far enough away from the bench where I don't feel like I'm jammed up. If I'm too close to the bench, when I'm doing this, I really don't have a great range of motion here. So you wanna be far enough away, not too far, but you wanna be far enough away where you can still put very little weight on that back foot. The first mistake I probably see 8 out of 10 people doing is when they're doing these lunges, they go back. So they're sitting their ass on their back foot. Now, what that's telling me is that you're not strong enough to handle the weight that you're using. So drop the weight or just do the movement the right way, okay? So here, my chest is up. I can bend forward a little bit here, but more importantly, I'm keeping 90% of the weight on my lead leg. Do not fall back into this, okay? I see people doing all the time. Come down with control, come up with power. Come down with control. That's another mistake. I see a lot of people doing this is where they fall into the movement. They're doing this, falling, crashing into it. That's telling me again, this is too hard and it's too heavy in weight. Again, if that's the case, drop the ego and just drop the weight. It's totally fine. Get more gains with form first, not weight. So again, we're here. Come down with control, guys. That back knee almost hits. Come up. I hold my breath here. I come up. Just like that. Again, I'm not gonna sit back into my heel of my back leg. I should theoretically be able to do this movement and have that back leg be able to come up while I'm doing it. This back leg is just for balance. I'm driving off my lead heel. Second mistake I see people doing quite often, mainly when these start to get hard. So about 10 to 12 reps in, is that as you're going down, as you push up, if you can see that heel, my lead foot, people tend to raise that heel up. So I start to toe it, is what I call it. So I'm toeing it. That's just telling me that your glutes are not strong enough. So if you can see that well, I come down, I raise my heel off the ground. Do not do that. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. As I come down, I wanna push that heel hard into the ground. Come down with control, just like I showed you. Come up with good control. So again, guys, those are two common mistakes I see all the time at the gym. 80 to 90% of the time when I'm seeing folks doing this, mostly girls doing this, they're shifting like their weight back constantly. So the hips are going slightly back towards their back heel. Don't want to do that. Just like an elevator, straight up and down. And again, your weight distribution should be 80-20, lead leg to back leg the whole time. So if you can't get to 10 to 12 reps with really good control, drop the weight. It's way better long-term to have good control. That way you gain strength, muscle, and stability. Okay, and the last bit here is, I'm gonna show you about 3 different variations on doing these Bulgarian split squats that you may or may not be doing that'll help you progressing and just keep getting gains. All right, so we all know this one. Again, control, keep that weight forward, but I'm gonna challenge you guys just to have a slightly heavier weight on one side, and every once in a while, just do your movements with one, so that way, because I'm holding it on this side, okay, This oblique is working very hard to balance myself out. Try not to tip here. Again, keep the weight forward, control. This is gonna work obviously more on the outside of your hamstring as well on, the outside of your hamstring and the outside of your quad here. We're also hitting more the glute medius and minimus here because again, the weight's on the outside. So I can switch it up, maybe one day do outside, the next day or the next week, do the inside. That's gonna hit more that teardrop of the quad. Still working on your core stabilizers. Just one dumbbell and you'll notice right away, you'll have to challenge yourself quite a bit just to breathe and also just to coordinate it all and just keep that core engaged. Really good one there. Again, just hold one dumbbell. Next variation, it's a little more complex. It's kind of a circus act, but if you guys want to try this out, I come down, I lift a dumbbell, come up, next dumbbell, just like this. So there's never really a break for my leg. Now this is really gonna challenge the core and your glutes because every time the weight's changing side to side. I don't wanna bounce at the bottom, come down, just like this. This is an excellent one for athletes and just people, again, looking to get that core engagement. Way more challenging there, great exercise. I'd probably go about 8 a side there. All right guys, final variation. I pretty much don't see anyone doing this, but it's as simple as just holding the weight up high. So if you put the dumbbells together, clamp your elbows down, it's a lot easier so it's not a shoulder workout. Just like this. Same movement here, coming down, but you'd be shocked how different this feels. This is gonna hit the lower back now because of where the weight is. Make sure you hold your breath here. So now I'm hitting my lower back because the weight's higher and in front of my center of gravity. Another one. One more technique here to consider, this kind of a pro tip here, is that I don't see a lot of people doing this, is playing with the angle at your hips. So keeping your spine straight, but instead of just doing your split squats like this, try playing with the angle and bring your chest over your knee and try doing them this way. I feel this way more in my glutes. So if you're lacking in your glutes and you need some strength there, bring your chest forward, still keep the same tempo. Come down and come up. Give that a try. Try not to do the same split twice. Change it up with all 4 of those variations. Okay guys, that is it. Get to work, and remember, tempo is huge. With this one, I see people cheating it all the time, where you crash down, you fly up. Remember, control down, power up. That's the tempo there. Try not to bounce at the bottom, and also do not shift your weight back. Keep your heel down, drive through your heel on the way up. Let me know how this works out for you guys. Take care.